What's emotional sobriety to you? It's Whitney. I was just walking on the beach here and I noticed an AA meeting and I decided to stop and sit in on it. It's been years. I think I've been to one meeting since I've been here, and I think I stopped going to AA when I was 9 years sober, and I'm 25 years sober from alcohol. But I did really committed, invested work on the steps on myself. I did 90 days, 90 and 90. I got a sponsor. I had her for the whole 9 years. And having sobriety from an emotional standpoint, which is honestly, it seems like it's an ongoing affair for me. I've been working through a lot of parts of myself that I didn't even realize still needed attention. But I think that once we take away the distractions, whatever those are, alcohol, drugs, spending, shopping, what is it now? Everybody, including myself, needs to get off of addiction to social media. And that silence, once that distraction goes away, then sitting with yourself is such a vital key, in my experience, to having emotional sobriety. Because until you start listening and getting to know that voice inside of you, there is really no ability to have that deep connection. Because when you've got another voice running, we've already all got, if you believe in spirit guides or multiple personalities, I think we all have those samskaras, which Michael Singer talks about. We've got those scars and those voices from those scars speaking in our head, those triggers that come up and speak to us to distract us from what we're feeling. Because when we're little, and I do believe this is true, is that we're all told not to feel. And feeling is the number one way to experience those emotions. The challenge is staying with those feelings. And how do you move through those negative feelings so that you can move into the joyful ones? And then stay with the joyful ones. The way that I've been practicing staying with the joyful feelings is by imagining my life as though everything I've ever dreamed of has already come true. Doing walking meditations, stepping into my future self, just the joy and the gratitude that I imagine myself having in this moment, because I've already got all the love, the community, the incredible career beyond my wildest dreams. And I've already had some amazing chapters. So to imagine myself to go beyond what I've already created in my life, health, well-being, friendships, travel, like all of those things. And what does that feel like in your body? Memorize that feeling. To me, that is how I move myself from those feelings when I'm feeling sad. And I've had some disappointments lately, and I've had some losses, and I know most people have. And how do you move through those disappointments and losses so that you can get to the other side, which my belief is anyone who's willing to walk through the emotions with yourself of those sad, frustrated, angry, all those emotions, let your body feel it. Allow yourself to have them, but you can't stay there. In AA, they say resentment for an alcoholic. It's not something we can even entertain. It's not definitely a feeling you can stay in. Why would you want to? So I guess my message in this moment is allowing yourself to feel what's going on and then choosing what you want to feel for those people who have choice. And I think most people do. Unless you have a really serious mental illness, you could choose what you feel. No one's ever given us permission to, but try it on. So when you're in meditation next time, close your eyes and imagine something, someone, an experience that just brought you so much joy. If that's what can help you tap into opening your heart, tap into that. And then while you're in there, Take it another step. Imagine yourself as though everything you've ever dreamed of has already happened. What does that feel like in your body? Memorize that feeling. It's joy, it's gratitude, it's love. It's having a life that feels so yummy that you want to savor it. Will there be moments where you're going to have challenges? Absolutely, but this is not the time to consider those moments. This is the time to bathe and savor in the love, the light, the joy, the gratitude, all of those things that you would love to experience. And to me, that's emotional sobriety. Taking the time out to meet yourself where you're at, to be gentle and loving and grateful for these emotions that we get to have and being alive. And then move yourself and refocus, like one of my besties does with her little girl. I have witnessed them, her and her husband, take this little girl who's just an angel and wild and emotional and so much fun to witness. And when she's in her wildness and her emotions, they shift her focus to something new. First, they help her understand, name, and then they move her into the next focus. Especially when it's hurt. If somebody's really hurt, do you want to just shift them out of it? No, let them feel it. What's it feel like to be hurt? What's it feel like to have joy? Because the distinction between those two is what helps us stay alive, to realize where we actually want to spend the most time. And I like to spend my time in joy and gratitude. And I mean, I've tapped into love beyond my wildest dreams. It feels so good when you're intending to feel good. And what's possible for you? Check it out. Cheers.